Okay, this is the Cul De Sac from up the street. Don't know how much has come up since I left last night at 6, but we're gonna take video as we go, so we'll see. Here's the start. I'm gonna walk down a little ways and restart it. Here's Phil's house. I'm not sure how much you can tell. I'll stop by on the way out, get a little better video, but here it is from a distance. Trying not to get water in my boots, but as you can see on the side of Greg and Jamie's house, it looks like the water may be starting to come down a little bit from a high point, maybe as much as an inch. Either that or someone was driving through and splashing waves up, but their lights are above water, so maybe it didn't get any higher than this. His ladder has floated out, as you might be able to see. I'm not sure how well you guys, ooh, water got in my boots. Not sure how well you guys can see or not, but no, maybe it didn't. These different piece of plastic floated away. Boots are now full. So there's the front of the house over that light. So I'm standing in the middle of their driveway and it's over the top of my boots, which is mid to upper shin. Lawnmower stayed dry. Stayed underneath the doesn't let it get too high on my house, so hopefully inside it's not as bad as it looks. Mailboxes from the ones from yesterday, you can see how much it came up on the mailboxes. I hope. I can't see the screen. Alright, I'll pause it back, play it back when I get to the house. Okay, trash cans are floating. Knew that was going to happen. At least they haven't floated away. Never got over the sandbags, which means it never came in through the sandbags. Out of that door. Nope, never got over the sandbags. Which means all the water that came in seeped in through the seals of the house and not through the protection. But once again, there's a water line. It's about an inch higher on the wall, so it looks like it may be coming down. Go sporting. Woohoo! Sorry, I didn't realize I was still zoomed in. All right, going into the house. Probably need to move the sandbags. Oh yeah. The sills are exploding because of the water damage. Dog food bowls, which I forgot to lift up, have floated away. But other than the funky brown water, all the furniture seems to have stayed dry. So the house is damaged, but washer and dryer, all the motors and stuff of that will be higher up, so they'll be okay. I would say only about 3 inches deep, but whether it's 1 inch or 10, I guess it doesn't really matter. But all the sills have blown out in all the corners of the doors. Carpet's all hey, carpet's floating. Bed stayed above. Yay for Turvis cups. So everything appears to have survived, no damage other than the house, which, yeah, glad it didn't put things in the water in the shower. The bathtub got water in it, so for those people who stored stuff in their bathtubs, that didn't go so well. I have no power, so I'm not sure how well you can see. I don't know how to turn the light on. I'm sure there's a way. But everything is dry. Look out the window. I don't know if you can see it. Just water. I think the bathtub may be floating. Or the toilet. I just heard it rocking from the waves. Doesn't look like it even got into the cabinets. So that's good. Yep, everything's dry in there. Everything's dry in the cabinets, that's good. So, all the important furniture, oh, it floated and fell. The last ditch effort, that couch is gonna be done then. Wonder where the cooler went that was sitting on. But everything is good through here, other than, I don't know if you can see this. There are worms by the millions. They are everywhere in my house. That is weird. Hooray for Turvis cups. Did not reach the bottom of the bed, so the bed stayed dry. That's good, especially with things heading down. It's gonna water in the bathtub, but oh, it got over the cans. So the things that are just sitting on cans got a little wet. That thing, which we were gonna throw away anyway, got a little wet. But it is all good. We have survived. I still don't see that cooler that was sitting on. There it is. It's over there. It's trying to escape. So let's go look out the back door. Can't open it. It's broken. They haven't come to fix it yet. Not like it matters at this point. But there is the back door. And okay, by looking at that, it really only came up another 2 to 2.5 inches from when I left. So, and then it's maybe a little bit more before it started going back down, but that would be it. So, going to check the other houses. Pausing. Okay, here is Allison and Carl's house. The water has all merged to everything. The pool has gone under. Be careful, there's a step around here someplace. I haven't found it yet. So the blocks under my feet are all twisting and turning, so I think that may be damaged as well. Pool's under, but the hot tub stayed up. Could have stayed in there. I don't know if we can see inside. There's water in there. It looks like, if you can see that table leg or not, Allison. I don't know if you can see it because of the screen, but it looks like it's about 2 or 3 inches up on that table leg as well. Trash can's falling over. But I don't know if you can tell. I can't see inside the house. I'll go around the front, but I don't know what you can tell from here. Your plants all made it. I'll go check the front. So here's the front. I'm not sure if we'll be able to tell any more than we could from the back. It's probably the only backyard I'll go into just for that very reason. Walk up to the window and see if we can see anything inside. You can see a little bit with bare eyes. I'm not sure if it's coming through on the camera or not. You know, those things never seem to work the same. Never got over the sandbags, but as we knew, it seeped in underneath the stucco and the bricks, in through the walls. All right, Daryl and Candace, here's your house. It's much the same thing. I won't be able to see much, but your car, I have noticed, has survived fine. That is good. Looks like everybody's cars have survived just fine. One of the things I notice is every time a boat comes by, we get big waves, and everybody knows that pushes more water in the houses. And then we got to rescue people, but all the sight seekers sort of just doing more damage to everybody, just so they can see something, get a little rubbernecking going on. Not very cool of them, but you know, not everybody's cool. So we might be able to see a lot more in your house because it's in the shade. Here's your front yard. I do like that. Although the head seems to be damaged. Or the neck. Okay. So, can you see anything in there? It looks like, if I go down anymore, you just see my reflection. That's the inside. Boat paddles here, but I wonder where the boat. Oh yeah, the boat's over at Chris's house. So that's the inside. We can see inside your house. Looks like you did a pretty good job of putting most things up, but the couch does look like it's underwater. Turvis cups or cans might have helped that. All right, going to the next one. I had to start this up real quick. Tony, that's the first one I've seen that the air conditioner is actually floating. All the other ones, I haven't seen that. I haven't been looking for it necessarily, but that's not a big issue. You can put it back down, but like with everything, it's gonna have to be serviced before it turns back on. Here's your front bushes. Cars are fine. Imagine No damage there. Let's see if I can see in your windows as well. But this is what I can see from the front of it, although you left this morning. So you saw it all when you left. If I can get to some of these windows, maybe. Such nice landscaping, I gotta be careful I don't damage it. All right. Can you see? I'm not sure what you might be able to see, or might see the linens and stuff on the ground are all full of water now. The cabinets and stuff, I can't tell if you got them set on anything or not, but if it is on them, it's very little, close to the bottom, so it shouldn't be too bad. That's all I can see from that window. But there's your cars, which you've already seen. Not gonna see anything through your front door. All right. There's this window. All in all, it doesn't look too bad. Your corners and all that stuff don't seem to be exploded like mine did. You look to have around a similar amount of water, maybe a little less than I do. It's up to the doors and on them. Looks like 1 inch to 1.25 inches. Like I said though, 1 inch or 10 feet doesn't really matter. All right, let's go check Wayne's house in it. His was the first to get water in it, so let's see how much higher it got in his house. First off, you notice there is a large high water line difference between where it is now. I cannot tell if that's from the boats coming through or not, but if you look at the windowsills, it's all the way up to there. So if it actually got up to that high, it was going through your windows. I know you locked your door, so I can't check in there. I can't see anything inside, so if you see the wood, I'm guessing that wasn't just the rubberneckers coming through. That's actually, it got up to that high and it's come down. So it looks like it may have come down at least 2 inches down here at the full width of a brick, however much that is, maybe a little more. So that's a good sign. I might go to your backyard because you've got a good window we can see through, so I'll walk around back there. Okay, here's through your window. Yeah, it's definitely deeper in your house. I mean, it's got to be 6-8 inches in your house than it is anywhere else, so because it's halfway up that chair leg, probably 6 inches. But your couches are, well, they look like they got a little water on them, so it's definitely gone down because the water was up to the bottom of the couches and it soaked into them a little bit, but it's coming down. That may not be too bad. But something I want to point out, I don't know if you can see this, but those guys put all the sandbags all the way around their house. It got over their sandbags. That's sad. They worked hard to try to save everything and it didn't happen. They had a big wall of about 3 or 4 tall sandbags all the way around their house. And you can only see a couple of them stayed above water. The rest of them, it went over them. So that's that whole neighborhood. The entire neighborhood is like this house right here. 30, 40, 50, 60 houses. I don't know how big it is, but that's really sad. Just thought I'd point out, your air conditioner did not fill on Michelle. I'm gonna go in through the back because I think I can see more. Nice little planting garden, stayed above water. Inside your kitchen, if you can see or not, the sun's pretty much right on us. So I'm not sure what you can or can't see. I'll go into the eaves and see if you can see a little more. Maybe it'll be a little more shaded. But it got up at one point almost to the very base of your chairs there. That's how deep it got back here. So you guys got quite a bit, I'm guessing. And yeah, your couch actually doesn't look that bad inside. I don't know how big the feet are on there, but if you look, then it looks like you've got less in your house than I do, if I had to guess. Oh, it's right about the same. If I look at the base, if your cabinets are the same height, it's right about the same. Although I want to say that's sad. You sacrificed a bottle of Crown Royal. There's a box floating. That's sad. That's a waste. All right, so this is the Cul De Sac Crew neighborhood. Good thing is I'll show you the rest of the neighborhood again in a minute. Most of the neighborhood did okay. Well, probably about half of it. It's in pockets. We were a low point, and the 8 or so houses down here probably got water, and then we're clear up past the Lawler's house. It's pretty clear all the way through there. We actually parked in Lawler's backyard when we came in, so they made it through. and that whole part of the street was fine until you get close to Muddy Creek. Awesome neighbors, guys. Thanks for all the help, all the things we did to try to make this work, and it didn't happen. It sucks, but all things considered, it could be a lot worse. Most of everybody's furniture is okay. We'll have to replace some walls, some carpeting, stuff like that, but considering how bad everybody else is going through, this is really minor. Jimmy, I just want to make one last point. You made sure to get your mail yesterday, but as you can see, your mailbox is just fine. Your mail would have been okay, and it wasn't going to get full because it'll be a couple days before they deliver anymore. I'll post this when I get back. It'll probably be a couple hours, but right now it's, I think, about 9 or 9:30, so it'll probably be 11 or 12 before I get it posted. But as you can see, for the most part, it's just the houses down here and this part of the cul-de-sac, and then probably in the front of the neighborhood. There's a couple of them. As we drove in, we saw all the ones in the ponds pretty much. On the other end, it got pretty wet as well, I would guess. Oh wait, I can go over here, hold on. I don't know if you can see this. I have no idea what the heck that is. Those are all over the place. Just air bubbles coming up out of the ground from under. Oh, that's coming from the slab. That's not a good sign. Those are all over the place out here. Most of them are out in the middle of the ground, but the power station over there stayed dry. As you can see, the back of all these houses. There's a helicopter flying over. That may be on the 6 o'clock news. A lot of them stay dry. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera or not. But there's a lot of yards stay dry through there, and then they started getting wet down through there. And that far one, it looks like it may be up to just short of the windowsills like our houses. So, all in all, I think there's more high water marks. Once again, it looks like it's gone down a couple inches already. So if it goes down at that rate, the water may be out of our houses by the end of the day. And tomorrow we can come in and start reclamation.